YouTube friends, YouTube homies, what's happening, man? I'm back with another video. In this particular video, let's talk about positivity, man. Because there's a lot of misinformation and misconception about positivity. You know, there's a lot of toxic positivity, or what we think is positivity, but in reality, it's just, being in denial and, you know, just straight up not uh like the internet in today's society promote a certain kind of mindset, and a lot of times this mindset may cause some cognitive dissonance. I shouldn't use that word, that's too much of a big word. May cause some internal conflict, or if not conflict, it causes some every advice or the type of mindset may not apply to you in that information, and not in that not information. It may not apply to you in that way. You know what I'm saying? So today we're gonna get into a little bit of a positivity talk. The first thing I can say about positivity is, what helped me at least. I'm not a guru and I'm not in the position to give you advice or tips and tricks, but I'm willing to share what I learned and how it helped me, and it's currently helping me in my life and on my journey. So the first thing is be realistic. Be positive, but I'm holding it with two hands and one hand, but the first thing is being realistic. And like I said, everybody's situation is different, and we're all connected, but we all have unique personalities and unique life experiences. We're all in different environments, so be realistic about your situation and what works for you. Whether it's confidence or social life, women, or what I'm saying, you're trying to get good at something or anything like that. Always be realistic. Because like I said, a lot of this positivity we see in the mindset that the internet approaches, a lot of it is denial, and it's you're living in an illusion. You know what I'm saying? Something that's not, it's not bad advice, but it doesn't work for you in your particular situation. The second thing is balance is key. Have balance, man. It's okay to lock in for 90 days, maybe lock in for a month, or 6 months, 6 to 8 months. Lock in, save your money, grind on your work, maybe start a side hustle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe try out a new hobby. It don't matter what it is, as long as you genuinely want to do it and you genuinely enjoy it. So that because it's okay to have a balanced lifestyle. It's okay to watch what you eat and diet, but at the same time, don't starve yourself out of things that you genuinely want in the moment and that you enjoy eating. And not even that, going out to the bars or clubs, you know what I'm saying? Once in a while or once every other weekend, it's okay. Go hang with your friends. Go enjoy life, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're in school and work, try to balance that stuff out to do something fun. Maybe if it's a hobby, or you want to start a YouTube channel, or like I said, you want to go out and I don't know, me personally, I like to go out and shoot pool. So I may link up at a bar or a pool hall, take a couple drinks with the boys, but at the same time, I'm being responsible. You know what I'm saying? I'm being mindful of my situation and know that, hey, I can't do this, I can't do that, or I can do this, but I can't go overboard. And you know what I'm saying? And when the week start back, I gotta lock in on and get me right. Make sure I'm straight before I do any other fun activities. So, make sure you're good and you straight before you decide to go out or do something. Man, I like this view. This view is a little bit better. Yeah, I just don't want my fingers to be in the view, but that looks a little bit better. I'm trying to think. But yeah, balance is key, man. And life in general, not just being positive, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you don't want the positivity to become toxic, and then you're just wasting your time and doing like mental masturbation. So the third thing about being positive is, I'm trying to think. First, be realistic. Second, be balanced. And like I said, this applies to every walks of life, whether it's social, fitness, spiritual, you know what I'm saying, mental health. Be realistic and have balance, I'm trying to think of the third one. Maybe a third one would be more like, I don't know, man. Don't know. All I know is that, you don't want to get ahead of yourself. And preparation. Always be prepared and be able to find some positivity within the negative, because every negative situation has some positivity in it. It's like one of those things, like the cure for the loneliness is found within the loneliness. The cure for social anxiety is moving forward and going through the anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Feeling your emotions and sitting with them. Don't be so quick to fix all your problems and emotions. You know what I'm saying? Because you miss out on the positivity and good things in life when you do that. Have awareness and be mindful and be responsible enough to, admit that you have these problems and being real with yourself. But also, because when you're real with yourself, you also have the ability to be real with others. But also, too, don't overdo it. Don't focus on your problems and your emotions so much that you forget to live life. Feel them, sit with them, and have some reassurance and affirmation that, hey, it's okay. I can do this. I'm capable. Do some mental or emotional things for yourself to say, hey, I'm prepared. I can handle this. I've been through this before. Look back on what you survived and what you already been through and apply that to the now. So because you're going to go through more shit, especially if you're young, you have the mental and emotional strength to get through it. You know what I'm saying? So be realistic. Balance is key. And preparation. All right? Like I said, it's Crystal Vlogs. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.